Hello everybody, Dillon Baker, design editor here with Woodsmith and Shop Notes magazine, and today we are going to talk about the game table. So this project is actually brought to you by one of our own, Nate Gruca, who does a lot of film editing stuff for us behind the scenes. In his spare time, he enjoys playing games. So with that said, this is what we came up with. Admittedly, it was a little overwhelming because there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of different types of games. There's a lot of different types of add-ons, and there's just a lot of different ways to construct these in a way that's appropriate for their intended use. And so my objection was to kind of streamline everything. As you can see, it's a relatively modern form. Again, I wanted it to have really simple lines, but also be highly functional. And so this is what we got here. So some of the features, we went ahead and used 8-quarter walnut. I just like the really warm feel of it for at least all of the upper panel or frame. And then you'll also notice the legs down below are 8-quarter walnut, as well with the stretchers on the leg assemblies. A feature of the legs that I took from the Roubeau, which is a French style bench, is this through dovetail. It's kind of a pattern I've carried throughout some of the projects I've done. I just think it's aesthetically pleasing, but it's also a very robust and structurally strong joint. And I think it just fit in really well with, again, the simplicity of the form. Again, it was just another kind of design element or visual element that made it a little more interesting. So up on the frame here, it appears that it's just 4 mitered pieces. However, we deconstructed this because to get those 45-degree angles, it would require a fairly large saw. And even with a 12-inch saw, you're on a chop saw, you're probably not going to get a terribly accurate cut. And I didn't really want to go the route of creating this elaborate router jig to get perfect 45-degree angles. And so these 4 side pieces are actually glued up in a couple different assemblies. So on the short ends, we've got 2 pieces that are 1.5 inches thick to create our 3-inch final thickness. And then the miters are actually cut beforehand, laminated, and then the corners or the miters are joined with some Festool biscuits. And as far as the longer ends go, there's a couple more pieces. And so you have your initial piece on the back here, which is a single piece. You have the outer pieces on the outsides of the through dovetails, and then you have a center piece here. And so we went ahead and attached the outside middle piece to the back piece. We went ahead then and put the dovetails through to mark basically our distance here for the outside pieces, and then those got laminated on to create our full frame. Another thing while we're out looking at the outside, you'll notice that there are the slots which are run on all 4 sides. Those are for accessory attachments. Now you can get as creative as you want with these. We made 3 for this. Again, however, they can be contingent to the types of games you're playing, the beverages you're drinking. Again, you can go crazy with it, but again, we wanted to keep some simple forms that were practical. So we've got a couple smaller trays here. You'll notice the grooves on the back sides of these. Those are to hold cards. Then of course we have shallow recesses for beverages, and then I did another one down here for a larger drink or perhaps a wine glass. But these are just T-slots created with the T-slot bit. There is a center hole here so you can get the hex bolts in there to attach, and then to tighten them there are knurled knobs on the front sides that you can see that attach them. They can be removed if you're not using them. So as we kind of move to the actual top, we have 4 removable panels. And instead of constructing these out of solid wood, we know that using solid wood is great. It maybe would have created a little bit more streamlined process. However, because of where we're at, wood is subjected to movement, and we want these to be as stable and straight as possible over time. The other nice thing that we had control over too by using veneer is the consistency and the veneer pattern. And so this all came from a single 4x sheet. It's all uniform. We have a nice kind of visual element here. But these are meant to be removed. So works and functions great like a dining table. You can also, if you want to do puzzles, I have a lot of friends that like to do small photo shoots for stuff. They can work on the table. So again, just another flat, nice flat surface with a lot of utility. But as we lift up the panels here, you start to reveal what they call a vaulted top. You'll notice down below that we have a felt bottom. So the bottom itself is just a piece of 3/4 inch Baltic birch, and we went ahead and just wrapped a wool felt around the backside. Now this is something that can be customized, so if there's a different fabric that you prefer, that is a totally acceptable way to treat it. It's just nice having something or a fabric that's a little bit more tactile, so if you're pulling up puzzle pieces, you're pulling up game pieces, it makes it a little bit easier to do. Again, it also provides a nice kind of visual contrast to the rest of the table. Now the leaves rest on these cleats on the interior. These are just screwed in, so again, you can drop your base or bottom in. These go on top. You'll also notice grooves that run the full lengths of these. These are also for game cards too. So again, it kind of creates a hands-free environment. And again, we want to just maximize the space as much as possible. That was one of the, I think, interesting and or fun parts of designing a piece like this. I love multifunctionality. You know, it doesn't have a single purpose. Of course, we talked about this being could be a dining table, even though its objective was to be a game table. It has the opportunity to be a lot of different things. And it being such a streamlined kind of modern design, I feel that it fits into a large range of households too, so you don't have to worry about this thing just sticking out like a sore thumb. But that said, you could also use whatever material you like. So if you like this project, check it out at woodsmithplans.com, and we'll see you soon.